Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion. And I know it's been a while, but life is just too busy these days. And nonetheless, I hope me showing that I'm still around and playing through these dailies from time to time is still something that might be enlightening to you or nice to see. Anyways, we have a Saturday Kingdom on our hands with cards from all of the different expansions. Not all of them, but lots of them. We have Dark Ages, Allies, Base, Hinterlands, Rising Sun, Nocturne, Plunder, and two things from Menagerie with Away and an event. And well, I'll let you read through the cards here. You can see that beggar costs 2. I'm now going to flash over that with the camera. And yeah, we have three 2-cost cards in beggar, fool's gold, and pixie. Pixie, of course, always very interesting and accelerating in the early game due to its heirloom goat, which allows you to trash cards from your hand. Apart from that, we have a strong attack in witch. We have wandering minstrels to find said witch as a village, and also yeah, I mean those two are going to be the key cards here next to Pixie. We have plus buy in nomads and rice. We have a duration card, which might be relevant for rice in secluded shrine. Two reaction cards, attacks, also a discard attack in skirmisher. And if we so look at this kingdom, we see that, well, the draw is not really great. I mean, you can also demand cards onto your deck for the next turn, which increases your hand size on the next turn by 1. And playing Wandering Minstrel and Witch in a combination will increase your hand size. But apart from that, well, there are also will-o-wisps that you might be lucky enough to find with Pixie, and I think those are going to be rather game-changing here. But apart from that, yeah, really, you don't have that many means to increase your hand size here. And thus, also, skirmisher attacks might be important, but still, I think the first 5 should be a witch over skirmisher. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. There's plus buy, there's trashing, there is village, and apart from the pixie goat trashing, I think we will want to pick up a secluded shrine somewhere along the way, just to get rid of our starting cards a tad faster, especially with curses coming in from which this is going to be super important. And Way of the Turtle allows us to get some flexibility to set up some stuff as a village for the next turn instead. Like, for example, we could set aside a pixie and then start off the next turn with an extra card and an extra action. And that is going to be nice, sometimes even to avoid triggering shuffles. Apart from that, I don't know. Let's look at the kingdom plot. The attack bar is strong, the OVP bar is strong due to cursing and farmland being around. Well, farmland is just flat 2VP. Might be interesting, though not all too relevant. I guess with nomads, it's a bit more appealing. Turning some nomads into golds, which you can then later could turn into provinces. And yeah, lots of gains, bit of village. Not too much to say. Opening wise, I think for the 5-2 and 2-5, there's also the option of going for witch. I didn't write that down, but we have, well, the 3-4 with trashing in the state and going, I don't know, Pixie Silver, Pixie Nomads is also fine, I think. Um, Actually, Pixie Nomads, thinking about it a bit more, is might be better because then if you hit 4 with the Nomads, you can go double Pixie. If you hit 5, you could opt to go Pixie Secluded Shrine. Um, Although I think on 5 it's much better to actually go for Demand or a Witch. And on the 5-2, you're probably going to be sad seeing the goat in the same hand as the coppers. But if you are lucky and have the natural 5-2 with 5 coppers, then, well, that's an amazing start. You can open either demand or witch. I think if I find the 5 copper hand on turn 1, I go for demand rather than witch, but if it's on turn 2, maybe more witch. Anyways, I think that already wraps up this opening discussion, and I would say we go for this Nomads Pixie opening. And Wandering Minstrel, I didn't think about that much, is also viable because it might get you faster back to your goat if you're lucky, but also it might flip your goat, and then you're rather sad. Here it helped AI cycle a bit faster. We certainly do not want to trigger that shuffle because we have the goat in this hand. And we instead now should go for. Now, this is already quite the big decision point. Could go for demanding a secluded shrine here, or a pixie, or we could just go for witch. Hmm, I think for now, just demanding a pixie might be better. Just to guarantee, like the witch we're not guaranteed to find immediately after, whereas demanding for pixie, we have higher chances of finding that swamp's gift, and yeah, we will increase our hand size here. Okay, those are really bad boons, I guess. And here next up we have the Wandering Minstrel in there, so probably we go for a witch now. And yeah, shuffle all of this back in. So it's very good that we found the goat. I briefly contemplated like that, turtling that nomads and trashing a copper, but I think it's better to or turtling the nomads and I'm not trashing a copper to buy the witch, but I think it's better to just keep that in there. Okay, we get our first curse. Let's see what we can draw here. Unfortunately, just a copper. And thus we should just go for a secondary Wandering Minstrel. Now this is amazing. Can and actually, yeah, what I should have done maybe last turn was to turtle the Minstrel instead. But yeah, this is of course pretty good. Do we trash this? I think we don't, and we just turtle this and set aside so set aside the witch, turtle and turtle that, not play this nomads. Like one option I could have seen there was to use the goat to instead trash the nomads, discard 2 coppers, and then still buy another pixie. But I think this should also still be fine. I kind of dislike our position. AI has 2 witches and has cursed us quite a bit. Hmm. So, okay, what if we, maybe we really should go for this line, just grabbing more pixies and also grabbing a secluded shrine. The nomads is not going to help us that much. The next time we will buy a rise, or soonish we should be able to buy a rise anyways. But we are getting destroyed by AI's barrage of witches. Wow. This is really bad, of course. Let's pick up some of that. Let's draw into this pixie. Like the only thing we got going for us is really that we have well, let's not get that we have in favor of AI is that we have this secluded shrine, I guess. Or even that is not super great. AI got a skirmisher already, and yeah, we just gotta pray that we still keep on drawing. I set aside this pixie, by the way, of course, to not trigger that shuffle. But AI keeps on finding its wandering minstrels, and now it's probably going to attack us here. Wouldn't be surprised. Yes. Yeah, no, this might even be over. We could gain silvers here, trashing these cards. If we still had the estate in first in hand, I would have gone for that. But no such luck. Let's see. Okay, we also get to curse AI twice here, so that's good. And do we play this minstrel? No, I think we just either set aside this or pixie, one of those. And yeah, probably demand another minstrel. Like the main importance right now is to really get rid of those curses on the next turn. If we demand a minstrel and we're guaranteed to have like a good thing in hand. Let's see what is the status of the boons also. Is it worth to okay, the last boon is the Flame's Gift actually. So maybe here it might be worth nah, it can't be worth triggering that really bad shuffle in order to I yikes. What a decision here. Well, okay, how about this? We play this minstrel, which will draw us one card, and we'll discard three cards. So we have two cards on top. Then we play the pixie, trash two cards, and then still, yeah, I think it's probably better, given the state of our deck, to make use of that Flame's Gift than not. And now we still get to maybe demand a Wandering Minstrel here. Or it could also be a pixie because now the boons are reshuffled and we only have one pixie left. What's the status? How many? Okay, AI also only has one pixie left, so the turnover in boons is going to be rather slow. Hmm, but maybe for now, just the minstrel is better. And then we buy probably a silver. Let's see, that we get last curse. Yeah, we got completely and utterly destroyed by AI's cursing. But we still should draw now. I think we're still in an okay position. Um, though, yeah, AI's status is rather rather scary. I mean, yeah, the main thing we got going for us is those will-o-wisps that we have gathered. They work like a charm in conjunction with wandering minstrels, um, essentially being labs all the way. And let's see what we can do here. Okay, I don't think we want to do this. We can just set aside this, trash out that, and unfortunately go for just a silver. It would have been much nicer to go for rice, but we don't have the payload. We could get to the payload with nomads, but since we do have this hand right here, yeah, it's probably better to just go for silver. Next turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's more coppers down there, so we can buy a rice. And yeah, with that turtle horse, of course, we will have an easy time starting here. And AI starts to dud. Probably, well, due to luck on our side. Let's just be honest. Let's play this horse normally and see where we go from here. Play this first so we can play Wandering Minstrel before we play Will-O-Wisp. In order to, well, okay, this didn't work out in the way I wanted it to with the Will-O-Wisps, but okay, play the Witch first. Now the Pixie, which doesn't do anything for us. And we get to buy rice while also trashing out 2 more coppers. And at this point, I mean, we didn't set anything aside with turtle, but at this point, I like our position. Like in the middle of the game, we got rather destroyed by AI skirmishes and witches, but now we just need to be careful not to be piled on. Like there are 3 pixies left, 3 minstrels left. Nothing like completely impossible to be piled on, though of course right now AI has 2 extra buys, so it's not quite possible. Though also there is the forest's gift, which in some cases could yield these extra buys that one would need. Okay, let's draw a bit. Probably always play this first, so our will-o-wisps are more likely to draw. And what do we play here? Let's play witch and pixie to decide whether we need to. Okay, this is amazing. Whether we need to play this Wandering Minstrel. And initially I was thinking about turtling it, but now but I also forgot that this would mean that we spent an action. But now that we have essentially top decked 2 of those will-o-wisps, it's much better to not do that. And we get our rice up to 6. Do we still have a pixie? No, we don't. So maybe we demand a pixie and demand a nomads. And okay, now in a very unfortunate series of events, I guess AI could win. So maybe this is a mistake. Mm, just because AI could, I don't know, find the forest's gift, get 3 buys as such, then play its rice and nomads, and thus have um, 5 buys for Wandering Minstrel and Pixies, and then maybe go for farmland into Pixie. How likely is that, though? Like, how much do we want to tempt our fate? 3 minstrels would be so. One important thing is that how's it called? The Earth's gift is gone. This could have achieved the same for much less money, but yeah, this is 12 plus 20 money. Yeah, I don't think AI has the draw, so I think it's fine. Famous last words, but okay, that's good. AI got the moon's gift, which is rather inconsequential. We are going to discard, I think, Pixie and Nomads if we are attacked, but I would suspect AI to just go for a province. And yeah, I think the key about this kingdom is to keep up the draw all the way. I mean, right now AI has a very thin deck, okay? Mm, and that was surely a mistake playing the witch normally there. It should have been a turtle. Um, yeah, let's see what we can do with that. I would like to be able to set aside something for next turn. Let's play that, guarantee that. Okay, pretty good. We get to set aside a will-o-wisp and a witch for next turn. Get to decline that. Play all of this. And we are lacking a bit of payload. So how about we go for Province and double Fool's Gold while trashing 2 coppers? Now, I hope AI's deck is starting to fall off now. It took us a bit longer than AI to sort out our issues with our deck. Um, Or let's see. There's still the risk of the pixie boon. Mm, okay. AI turtles the pixie instead. It didn't find its. Okay. Do we want to trash this fool's gold? Could be interesting to go for with farmland, though probably. Well, we could turn that into a province then. I think I still rather like having the payload here, so okay, AI is going for it. Um, okay, this was not a great reveal. This is a great reveal, I guess. I would just want to draw as much as possible with those wisps, and that was not the way it should have been. Let's see whether we can find the... No, it's both silver and province down there. So let's just play this pixie, play that witch, I guess, to draw the silver, and yeah, just play all of that, decline that. That's 19. Mm, and maybe we don't even play the silver, decline that, rather turn it into a duchy, because we can't really afford to leave two provinces exactly. And even that, even right now, it's a bit dicey. Mm, because now uh, AI still just needs to find this force gift in order to win rather easily. Yikes. But I don't think there is that much we can do about it. We can go for an estate, but then also estate pixie minstrels wins. I rather go for a maybe fool's gold or silver. Could also be a beggar, weird as that might sound, for some extra punch next turn. And actually, maybe setting aside a minstrel is better than a will-o-wisp. Sorry for that backtracking. Yeah, and we could even turn this will-o-wisp into an estate, but no, I think this is our main option. And okay, it revealed the boon, the necessary boon, but apparently it had a terrible turn here, thanks to its deck starting to fall apart. And this in turn means that we will probably either win this turn or put ourselves in a position where we can win from. So let's see. Okay, our will-o-wisps are getting worse and worse at this point. Hmm. Yeah, now really it goes to show how bad the draw is becoming. But yeah, well, we have 17, which would be enough for double province. Could this somehow be enough hmm for something like minstrel? Okay, if we trash this, we see that we go for farmland of Fool's Gold into Wandering Minstrel, and then just go for two Wandering Minstrels. That's exactly enough for a win. And yeah, we somehow survived this. I think AI got incredibly ahead here due to its draws. Like its gamble of opening Wandering Minstrel certainly paid off. I think we lost the curse split like 7-3 or something like that. And I don't really know how we won this. maybe thanks to a rather fortunate dud of AI in the last turn. Maybe really on its last turn, and instead of like not going for that forest gift and playing that pixie as way after turtle, it should have just gambled and played that pixel that second pixie normally. The boons that were left, well, I guess they couldn't have helped out AI anymore. Yeah, not really. But I mean, the at least the River's gift might have. Yeah, this wasn't by far not as smooth as I would have hoped for, but we just got drowned in curses by AI's witches much earlier than we could even start cursing it. What could we have done differently? I don't know. Maybe the Nomad's opening was really bad and should have just been a silver pixie opening or even a secluded shrine pixie opening. But apart from that, I liked how we tried to keep up some draw. We also got a bit lucky on the Will-O-Wisps. I think if AI had also found the Will-O-Wisp, the Swamp's gift somewhere along the way, we would have been completely toast. And it was already pretty tough as it was with these continuous skirmisher attacks, the witch attacks. It just seemed to snowball. Maybe also a secondary rise would have been good, or for sure at that one turn where I went for demand pixie, demand nomads, could have maybe also just been demand nomads and buy a rise or something like that. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Weird kingdom and powerful kingdom, lots of stuff going on, lots of powerful attacks. And I'm rambling. I'm clearly out of the loop of recording. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will try to catch you in the next one, whenever that may be. And until then, goodbye.